Hi guys, this is Vlado. I'm COO in King Software House, and today I would like to reflect back on our latest multiplayer overhaul release that we put out live last few weeks ago. What I'd like to start is with our mission and the vision of this multiplayer overhaul, and as you probably all know, there has been a multiplayer in the game for several years already. However, we never spent a lot of time or enough time to make sure that it's running perfectly fine under the configuration that we would like to. Therefore, we simply decided to put up the goal to make sure that there is a sim speed 1 for at least 16 players on a server without any performance degradation, without any performance dropping or anything like this. We put it as a challenge for us, and I can really say that it was a challenging task to do, especially from the netcode perspective, because we had to analyze the netcode not only from the client side but also on the server side. We had to redo the major parts of the engine, for example, changing the prediction protocol on the client and server side, as I've already mentioned. Space Engineers is an open world sandbox game, and it brings a lot of challenges to the development team. It's not that easy as one-way gameplay, and there is a lot of aspects we had to look at. For example, jetpacks, wheels, rotors, pistons, and many other things that our team had to analyze, as I said, not only for single but also and especially for the multiplayer. What I would like to mention besides of the testing is also new features that we brought into the game. Probably the most important and most wishful feature was the female engineer. We brought a female engineer on your request. This was really not planned for the multiplayer overhaul. We were thinking about having a female engineer in the game. However, at the end we decided that this is the right time for introducing female engineer. We had to create the entire model from scratch. It wasn't only reskinning or changing some textures on the male engineer. We simply created a brand new model with all the new animations and everything what's concerning or what's related to the character animations. With a female engineer, you are able to also use all the skins that we have available for male engineer, and I think it's also something that you appreciate and you are enjoying in the game. So another new feature, what we introduced into the game were the save zones, which are fully configurable for you according to your needs and according to what you would like to have in the game. I would really like to thank to our fantastic community that helped us to make the multiplayer release as good as possible, because you addressed a lot of issues that you were able to find during the public multiplayer test. We run, I think, 5 or 6 public multiplayer tests, and during this time we really were trying to hit the most annoying bugs and problems that we were able to find in the game. Having said that, I can also say that we really paid special focus on optimization of the consumption of the grids and blocks that we have in the game. We really look into the systems that are running in the game to make sure that those are really optimized and are not heavily hitting the performance and are not degrading the performance from the performance perspective or the cost perspective. I know that there was some controversy in the release introducing the experimental mode. We understand that for our hardcore players this was something where we simply changed the gameplay a little bit, or a game mode a little bit, moving a lot of features to the experimental mode. However, we wanted to guarantee the sim speed 1 and the performance and the gameplay to at least 16 players on the servers with tested and properly coded features. Currently, those experimental features are in an advanced options in a game options menu. You can still load it, you can still play it. However, we've decided that all those unofficial and not coded by King Software House code versions or modifications will be moved into the experimental mode. We are still looking into the experimental mode features and things that we move out there, so this is not really the final version. We are already looking and working on some of these that will be moved from the experimental mode up to the save mode. Going back to the testing, I would really like to thank to our community, not only for helping us with the public multiplayer test, but also to our modders for their great ideas about the server admin tools that we introduced into the game. Right after the release, I'm sure you noticed that we also launched the dedicated servers. which were several of servers all around the world where we put up the configuration according to our guaranteed performance, and therefore we are also monitoring these servers and trying to provide the game experience as good as possible for all our players in the game. Talking about the new features, I have already mentioned the save zones, I have already mentioned the block consumption and optimization, but what I would like to also come to is our new support site. We have launched the new support site, which gives you the opportunity to not only report the bugs but also submit ideas, and especially to vote for your most famous or most favorite idea from all of the list of ideas that we have currently there. You're able to search for ideas, you're able to search and look for the bugs, so it can also help you to really get the support for your bugs that you are currently experimenting in the game. Thank you guys for watching this first episode of the Dev Diaries for Multiplayer Overhaul. There will be more to come in the next few weeks, and my colleagues will be sharing with you the insight and the background of our game development for the Multiplayer Overhaul. I hope you enjoyed watching. See you soon. Bye.